Hi, Legend students. This is Mrs. Eli. Today, I'm going to be taking you through some information on research. Understand that we are not going to be doing some huge research project or paper, but we are going to hit on some of those standards simply because it's what you should know for going on to the next level. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I've got a 5-minute time limit, so I may cut out early, but that means that you'll need to finish the rest of the PowerPoint on your own and go through it because you're going to use that to answer some questions in Canvas. Okay, so let me just kind of take you through this real quickly here. So you're going to be using the work of a fictional student named Marco and seeing if he knows how to properly set up his research paper using MLA format. So you're going to kind of go through and answer it like a quiz. These are the same questions that are in Canvas, so make sure that you study them before you take that quiz, that 10-question quiz. Okay, so there's some questions about the title, and then also about what type of font to use, spacing. So make sure you go through those. Talks to you a little bit about the heading and what that should look like. There's steps in the research process. Let me back up here. So there's also a question about making sure that you choose a narrow focus for your research topic. So you don't want to choose, when you're choosing a research topic, you don't want it to be as broad as these first two, but more specific like this last one, because it's about specific groups in a specific place. So, that's what narrow means, is very specific and detailed. This talks about finding credible sources of information. This one has to do with how you should set up your works cited page. You may remember what a hanging indent is. We practiced that when we did our name papers. And so there's an example here of what that looks like. This is what's called in-text citation. So this would go inside your document. This is where you put the author's last name, and if you're using a book, the page number where you found the information. And then the period always goes outside of the parentheses. Okay. This is about how not to plagiarize information. So, in other words, how not to steal someone else's information. And you basically need to do all of these in order to avoid that. And then the last question asks you about a thesis statement. Your thesis statement should be what your paper is all about. And so you need to find one that doesn't say things like, I think racism still exists today. That's not a strong statement. Or something like, my paper is about racism. Or even you don't want to start with a question. But what you want to do is say something very pointed and specific, like, despite many attempts to reach equality, racism still exists today. Okay, so go through this as many times as you need to. Make sure you answer those questions in Canvas. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and this is your only assignment this week. So good luck, and email me and let me know if you have any questions. Take care.